Hello, my name is Aaron, and welcome back to the Retro Gaming Collective. I have a little bit of a different video for you guys this week. At the filming of this video, it's August 7th. In my last video, I told you that I was going to be taking about a month off of eBay, just because it was getting to be too much. Essentially, I would get off of work and I would need to ship out items. I'd go buy items off of Marketplace or go out thrifting and pawn shops and things like that. So it was getting to the point where I wasn't actually enjoying my game room. It was like basically a second job, a very, very time-consuming second job, which is great most of the time. I really enjoy doing that. I enjoy what I do down here, but I just needed a month break to kind of recenter, recalibrate, remember why I'm doing what I do. And really, ever since I got this Trinitron over here, I have really been enjoying playing some of the Xbox 360 games that I loved during that era. So that's really kind of what I've been doing. I've been playing a lot of 360 games. So I'll get back to that part. So what I decided to do, I have accumulated, when I tell you I've accumulated a lot of stuff in trades and things like that, I had probably 200 plus games that are $5, $6, $7 games that are just not worth selling on eBay or anything like that. I have suitcases full, shelves full of consoles, I have controllers, I got all kinds of stuff that I have picked up. Guitar Hero guitars, tons of them. And it's just stuff that I don't want, I need to get rid of it. So I decided during this month I'm already a couple of weeks into it, I'm not going to be doing eBay, I'm not going to be selling, I'm not going to be using any cash either, and I'm just going to be buying stuff for me, for my collection, things that I want, using trade credit. So to start, what I decided to do was get a huge chunk of games together. I mean, this is just cartridge-based stuff, so like Super Nintendo, NES, things like that are like sports games, low-dollar games, things that I just don't want for the collection, accessories, controllers, things like that. I took all of this and some more on a second trip over to Second and Charles, and I ended up getting between 150 and 200 in trade credit for everything. I don't remember exactly, somewhere in that range. And I'm going to be getting a bunch of Xbox 360 games, like things that I missed during that like era, which I consider the golden age of gaming. It's my favorite era of gaming. I actually just beat Halo 3 last night, and if you guys are like me, that game is just like, man, it just hits you right in the heart. So it was nice to kind of get the time to do that. So I ended up going over there with my dad and brother. I've been back a few times, and you never ever know what you're gonna find there, but their 360 section, I mean, it's massive. They got I mean, it's got to be thousands of games at this point for the Xbox 360, and it's nothing crazy, but like that's the cool thing about collecting for the 360. It is super cheap to get a lot of good games, and you're gonna see I got a ton of cheap games here that I can't wait to show you. Stuff that I actually want to play and stuff that I actually want in the collection. So yeah, without further ado, let me get this stuff together here, and I'll show you what I ended up picking up. All right, so as you can see, I've got quite a stack of 360 games here. And I already have a crap load of 360 games, like hundreds of them, and I don't know how I'm gonna fit these all on my shelves, but I'm gonna try my hardest and see what I can do. So here's what I'm gonna do. First, I wanna tell you, they had a deal. It was 20% off any purchases over 50 bucks. Now I went back multiple times, so I don't know what I got 20% off and what I didn't. So I'm gonna try to remember as we go through, but I'm gonna give you the sticker price, and I'm gonna tell you why I picked it for my collection. And keep in mind what's really cool, I don't know if I said this already or not, but the 360 is really cool to collect for because it's super cheap right now. So I got this for like a screaming deal, man, all of these games. So first of all, let's just dive right in. First game we got is Red Faction Guerrilla. Now, I grew up on the Red Faction series. I remember playing 1 and 2 on the PS2 with my little brother when we were kids. And the games are super cool because you can destroy the world. You can just blow them up with rocket launchers and things like that. I have Armageddon for the 360, but I didn't have Guerrilla, and I'm super excited to add this to the collection. I can't wait to get to this one. It's probably gonna move pretty high on my list. All right, so, and I paid $7.25 for that one. Next, I got Supreme Commander 2. Now, I actually have Supreme Commander 1. I do not have a price tag on this one, so I probably took it off. My guess is that it was like $6-7 or something like that. That's kind of the going trend for most of these games. Again, I have Supreme Commander 1, and I love completing collections. So I like to keep all of my collections on one console. So for example, I would not want to get Supreme Commander 2 if it's on the PS3 for the PS3. I like to keep it all for one system so I can just beat it all in one go if I want without having to change systems or anything like that. So we picked up Supreme Commander 2. Again, it's complete. I try really, really hard to get complete games because that's just what I like. Next, I got this one, and I'm not gonna lie, I may or may not ever get to this one, but this is called The Last Remnant. And it looks really cool. Look at that. I mean, it's just super shiny. I paid $7.95 for this. It's complete. It's a double disc. Looks like a JRPG, which are normally not my things. But for that price, it looked cool enough for me to get and add to the collection. And again, that was $7.95. It's hard for me to see. I don't wear my glasses during these videos because they reflect the light back on me and back to you guys. It just doesn't look good. So there you go. There's a little background for you. Next, I love FPSs, especially this era of FPSs, Halo, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, like Black Ops, all that stuff. I love it. And I picked one up that I actually have never heard of, and that is Operation Flashpoint Red River. Now this looks like a Modern Warfare type game. I paid $14.95 for this one. And the reviews looked really good. It's like an Afghanistan versus China type thing or something along those lines. From what I could see, either way, this one is definitely going to be getting played. I'm really looking forward to trying out a new FPS that I've never played before. Now next, I picked up, now this one's interesting because I have this for the Japanese Xbox 360, but I haven't been able to play it on my American console. I have a separate Japanese console, but it's all packed up because I just don't have the room for everything. But this is Star Ocean, The Last Hope. Now I paid $7.95 for this, and it's got some weight to it, man. And the reason is, now look, I dropped everything. It's a 3-disc set, so there are 3 discs here, and a nice chunky manual that I'm excited to kind of poke through. And again, I don't know much about this one. It looks like a JRPG, but interesting enough for me to add to the collection, and maybe I'll give it a try one day. Who knows? I have no idea. Most of the time down here, I end up looking through my shelves, and I'm not sure what I want to play, so maybe one day that makes its way in. We'll never know. Next, we got Crackdown. Now, I have Crackdown 2. I've never played these guys. It's complete. This is heavy. And I paid $6.50 for this. And to me, at first glance, they look like Gears of War, third-person shooter type things, but I have absolutely no idea. I will probably give these guys a shot at some point, but it's nice to be able to complete another set for my 360. Again, it's my favorite console, aside from the Wii U and the N64. It's quite a grouping of systems. Now we got Warhammer Battle March. And I've actually played a few Warhammer games, mostly this year, and they have been super fun. I paid $7.75 for this, and it just looks super cool. It reminds me of The Lord of the Rings. I don't know anything else about it. Looks like it could be like a top-down strategy game, which I always found fun. I was a big Command and Conquer kid growing up, so we'll see. We'll give that a shot one day as well. All right, we're halfway done here. Next we got Full Auto. This one looks like a Destruction Derby type game. Reminded me of Twisted Metal, and it was $6.75. It's also complete, so I couldn't not add this to the collection. I loved Twisted Metal growing up. Twisted Metal Black specifically was my favorite Twisted Metal. I loved it. I love the storylines of the characters. So I don't know what this is like, but that it reminded me of that. We'll see. We will see. And again, here's one that I've never heard of. This is Kingdom Under Fire Circle of Doom. Believe it's complete. Look at that. Looks beautiful. I paid $11.95 for this. Looks like a Heroes Arise as Darkness Falls, so maybe it's like an action RPG meets a little bit of horror. I don't know. So maybe I'll give this a try. I love these like fantasy RPGs. Anything like that, Dragon Age, I loved. So hopefully it's somehow in that vein a little bit. We will see. Who knows? This next one, I remember when I first got my 360 back in like 2006 or 2007, I got a free download of this game. I remember nothing about it, but I picked it up for nostalgic purposes. It was $6.95, and that is Kameo Elements of Power. Again, this one is complete. It's looking crispy and nice. Looks like a very cartoony fantasy type thing. And I will probably give this another try at some point as well, but for $6.95, you know, I couldn't say no to it. Next, I picked up Sniper Ghost Warrior 2. Now, I have Sniper Ghost Warrior 1 for the 360. I don't know if there's a third one or not. If there is, I'm going to end up picking it up so I can complete the set. I like these sniper games. I find them fun, so we'll give this a shot one day. Final game. Oh, and I paid $6.50 for that. You know, not too bad. Next, we got Ghost Recon Future Soldier. This is the last game. And it says it's better with Kinect. I doubt that very much. But I paid $5.95 for this one. It is also complete, looking good. And all that to say, like, I got this huge stack of 360 games here, and I paid nothing out of pocket for them, other than what I paid for my trades, which I already made a profit on. That's the reason that I ended up with these games, because I found things in other lots that were profitable. So this is also, like, this is just butter, man. This is just butter. It gives me tons of options to kind of like feed my 360 craze right now that I'm really enjoying. Now I got some other things to show you guys, and I'll show them in the next video, because I also did some trade-ins with GameStop. I ended up getting about 100 from them, and I got some cool stuff to show you guys, but that'll be another video. So thank you guys so much for watching this. If you have questions, if you want to give me some suggestions on how I can get rid of some of these games and still make, you know, some cash to get other stuff, let me know. You can follow me here. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok, where I'm at The Retro Gaming Collective. When I'm back on eBay, I'll be The Retro Gaming Collective as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and until next time, happy hunting.